Hello there. What is going on, everybody? We are back with Marvel Crisis Protocol today, and we're going to be doing an unboxing of Gamora and Nebula. Now, I know these came out in a lot of other places in the world, but not in the United States quite so soon due to all the COVID delays and everything. So we finally got them here in Florida, and I am happy to be unboxing. Also, if you are new here, there's a new round of the giveaway going on right now for a $25 Amazon gift card. You can get yourself maybe a Marvel Crisis Protocol expansion, or at least put it towards it. And all you have to do is be a subscriber and leave a comment on this or one of my videos. It's as simple as that. And yeah, this is more with the Guardians of the Galaxy stuff that is coming out, which is very exciting. You know, and I believe a lot of the recent wave that came out also has connections to Thanos. So if you are a fan of Thanos, there is definitely that going on. And I've got a fly buzzing around my head that's going to make me go crazy, but I'm going to keep kind of powering on with this. We've got our 4 bases, 2 characters in this wave. This looks like, oh boy, this is very cool. So we got Nebula right here on this one. And she's got a fancy little impact area on for her base. We are going to put these together as well. So if you want to stay tuned to the end of the video, we'll do some assembly. This one actually looks pretty reasonable. I don't see a whole lot of really tiny stuff other than the fact that her head is 2 different pieces. But actually that kind of makes sense for her because she is built of a lot of different pieces. And then Gamora right here. I feel like they have improved so much on the sprues since the core set. I really see a lot of improvement with these sprues. There's more common sense things, larger pieces. The hair being 2 pieces, I could have probably done without that right here. But yeah, I would love for them to get back to doing like heads as a single piece. But then again, that would actually, I would love to like talk to these guys and be like, you know, what are the challenges with trying to make heads as a single piece? Is that just, you know, like right here, like did that really need to, like, do we need that part to be like that? Or, you know, like I don't, there's some things that I wonder, and it's not, I'm not even criticizing it, as I just don't know, because it's, at a glance, it seems strange to me. But that would be pretty cool. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at the cardboard here. We'll look at this. Since I have the nicer zoomed out view right here, we'll look at the character cards first, and then we will jump to the smaller cards with a different view. Pulling them out of the cardboard here. So, all right, so we've got Nebula here first, and yeah, let's get a little bit of a better view on that. All right, so Nebula is going to be a 2-cost character, so actually a pretty good price. So she's, you know, a really great filler character for an army that you've got 2 extra points for. She's going to be height 2. She's also got the long movement speed, so she's going to be really fast at moving around and taking stuff, which seems really strong for only 2 points. She does only have 4 health, but at least she's got 3, 3, and 2 for defense, so she might actually survive a little bit, which is pretty cool. But she's got this assassin keyword, and which we're going to talk about in a minute. That's going to probably explain why she's so cheap, because she can't really do objectives, which usually for a fast character you're thinking, whoa, boy, they're going to be able to get to the objectives really quick, but she can't. All right, so she's got a normal strike that can deal shock, which is not half bad. 4 dice on that strike. She's got a blaster pistol, which is going to be 3 dice, and a pretty standard attack there. And then she's got the shock sword assault, which is going to be her 3 power ability. It's going to be rolling 6 dice, and it can also stun. And also after it's resolved, you get to place her within range 1 of the target. So that one's a pretty stronger attack. She does have Assassin again, so we talked about this before. She cannot contest, interact with, or hold objective tokens. That's really a big restriction, and that's kind of makes up for her being a little bit cheaper. Because otherwise, you know, I could see her being a really strong character just to seek out and get objectives. And she also can reroll any number of attack dice when attacking a character that is holding or contesting an objective token. So she goes just to disrupt. She's there to cause chaos and stop you from taking the objective. And then she's got cybernetic enhancements. She can reroll 1 die in her defense rolls. Additionally, at the start of her activation, remove 1 wound. So she's actually going to self-repair. And on top of all that, she's immune to bleed, poison, and stun. She actually looks really cool. I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty nice. Now, when we flip her over to her wounded side, she actually gains a health. She's going to go from 4 to 5, which is actually pretty cool. All right, so then we've got Gamora. Gamora is going to come in here, and she is 4 points, so certainly more expensive. She's also speed L, which is, again, awesome. I love the fast characters. There's not that many fast characters. She's got 5 health, and she's 3/3/3, so slightly better defense. And her attacks, she doesn't have a strike, which is interesting. I mean, she's got Godslayer, which is a 0-cost melee attack, so that's basically like a strike. But after it's resolved, she gains power, like normal. And then if it deals damage, they're going to get the bleed special condition. So it's better than a normal strike. Also 6 attack dice, so she's really strong. That's an incredibly strong melee attack. And then her Cosmic Assassin, which is range 3, it's also got Rapid Strike on there too. So it's got Pierce. Pierce is a great result. I really like Pierce. And then she's got Rapid Strikes is going to say, after this attack is resolved, this character may make an additional Cosmic Assassin attack without paying the power cost. The additional attack must target another character within 2 of the original character and may be any distance from this character. This attack does not have the Rapid Strike special rule. So yeah, so basically it costs 4 to do it, but you can hit 2 different people. And so you're really going to want to make sure you have the 2 targets that are at appropriate range when you make this attack. And you want to make sure your first one doesn't have some kind of teleport ability or something like that. So that like you hit them and then they're all of a sudden they put themselves out of range and then you can't trigger. So that's awesome. But no range attack for her. So that's kind of a, so she wants to get into melee, but once she does, she's got some serious chops here. Okay. The Assassin Leap, and this is this character is thrown short range. If the character collides with another character or terrain feature, this character does not suffer the damage. The superpower may be used once for activation. Of course, now whoever she hits is going to have to, since she's a size 2, it means they'll have to basically roll against 3 damage coming in. She's got Martial Prowess, which also costs 2. When this character is targeted by an attack within range 2, you may use this superpower. Instead of rolling dice equal to its defense, it rolls 5 defense dice. If this character suffers no damage from the attack, after the attack is resolved, the attacker suffers 2, which is insane. So if you're going to attack her in range 2, she's going to roll 5 dice instead of the 3. And if she stops you, she hits you back. So it's really, really good. So she's going to actually pair really well with anybody who is giving her rerolls as well. I think that'd be really, because she's going to have so many dice. And in Deadliest Woman in the Galaxy, when this character makes an attack, it may change 1 die result to a hit for each wild in the attack roll. Woo! I think she's incredible. Her, obviously, her weakness there is net. She's got no range. Of course, the Assassin Leap helps make up for that. And of course, she's got speed L, so she's gonna, so that helps make up for her lack of a ranged attack. But I think she's a really impressive character. Really, like, just crazy. And she's looks like she's about the same on the back. Looks like she's about the same. And yeah. All right, so let's take a look at the cards that we're getting. Well, we got the cardboard too, and the cardboard's just got some regular tokens. All right, there we go. Nothing crazy about that. All right, we've got Daughters of Thanos, which we can play if we're playing with Gamora or Nebula. When either an allied Gamora or Nebula makes an attack action after the attack is resolved, both characters may spend 2 power to play this card. The character, whoever's attack was that did not make the initial attack, may make an attack targeting the same character, which is actually really interesting because if you go with Nebula, right? Nebula attacks, then you play this to allow Gamora to attack. It doesn't say they have to use a strike, so you could play Cosmic Assassin and then potentially get through. So you could get like 3 attacks for 1 if you work that, and if they have enough power too. They'd have to have a lot because that's going to cost 4 plus the other 2. That's just insane. But, it'd be a good late game card to play. And then we've got Medpack here. During a character's activation, may spend 2 power to play this card, remove up to 3 wounds from this character or an allied character without a dazed token within 3 of this character. So, yeah, it's like them healing each other. And this will work with anybody. So I like that you got at least 1 card that's going to work with anybody else. And awesome artwork there, too. Is that Maria Hill that he's helping up? Pretty cool. All right, let's build them sprues. All right, so one of the things I'm doing right now is I like to just snip out everything else and like kind of lay it out in the order, because we're going to start with the torso and then start doing the legs. Next up is the head, though, and what I'm doing in that case is, since we've got the head right here, I'm actually going to clip the hair off, but I'm going to leave the head on the sprue, since it looks like it's probably going to go into the model last, and I don't want to have to build this while it's on the model. So I'm going to glue it onto the head while it's still on the sprue and let it dry, and then I can clip the whole head off when I'm done with that. There it is right there. And so we'll just let that dry and then start snapping the rest of these in. And I always dry fit first, so make sure our torso, you know, we got it, because you don't want to put it in upside down or anything like that, so make sure that that's going to fit. Okay, looks good, and then so we'll apply some glue, and then we'll stick the legs in and start doing that. And now I'm putting the legs in. I've put the one in already. I'm putting the other one in right there. And actually they fit really well, so that's good. And I'm using Tamiya ultra thin or extra thin. So yeah, those go in real nice. All right, and putting the rock on there. I'm gonna put this arm in. I haven't glued it yet because I'm also trying to make sure that the sword and everything fit just right in there. And that's actually a pretty good fit. All right, and I put the head in there, and she is just about done. Pretty cool. There was a little, I'm gonna have to get that little mold line right there at the top where from the sprue, because that's like one of the worst places ever to glue her, or not to glue her, but to have her connected to the sprue. So that one's gonna be hard to file down because it's on all these contour lines. So if you sand it down, then it makes her head, you know. So, but oh well. It was weird because the hair was in different pieces too. So yeah, so she's done. We'll let her dry. All right, so this one I'm gonna do the same thing that I did with Gamora's head. This is Nebula. I already clipped out her pieces. I actually put the base together already because that one was real. This one also looks really simple, except for the head piece. So we're gonna see. I think it's gonna go pretty much like that, right there. Yeah, and just wanted to make sure it went in right, and we'll put a little bit of extra thin right there and put this on in the same way. I just don't see why they needed to do that. Just like that. All right. Couldn't that have just been one piece? Right. I think they wanted the line where, you know, she'd have part machine, part flesh or something like that, but they already have the line on the other side, so just sometimes I think it's unnecessary complexity. All right, I'm gonna let that dry, and then I'm gonna start gluing the torso. And yeah, she's just torso, then legs, then arms, and then attaching her to the base part might be tricky because she like just touches a little part of it. All right, so I got the legs on, and you know, I've had to try and sand out. Like, I hate that they put the mold, you know, the sprue connections right on like the curviest like, why should she have a big old fart blast on her butt? That just doesn't make sense to me. I mean, like, they could have done it on the inside of the thing when you can sand it down a lot easier, but right on the curvature of the, like, why? I don't get it. Choices are weird here. All right, so just put the arms in, and like this top one you have, because this one, the top one's round and the bottom one's square, so you actually have a little bit of flexibility on just how you want to turn that. But I just bumped it out. That's the good thing about the Tamiya thin. It doesn't insta-lock right away. It'll hold it in place, but it gives you a little bit of room to remaneuver. And I sanded off the back a little bit, but maybe paint will cover that up. And we're gonna put the head in here. It should be dry by now. All right, the head's in, and actually it's gonna be a lot easier to get it in because her foot is actually connected to the missing tip of that, and so that's gonna go in right there. All right, guys, so that is Nebula all done. And Gamora all done. Here, let's take a closer look at Gamora here. And yeah, I think they came out great. we'll be having to paint these up soon. Be on the lookout for more Thanos related stuff. We got some of the Black Order came out just recently, and then Thanos was just announced too. Thanos is gonna, I don't know when Thanos is coming out, but I think it might be time to do a Star Wars Legion versus Marvel Crisis Protocol crossover. I'm curious what you guys think about something like that. Actually, speaking of the crossover, she's gonna paint up an awful lot like a stormtrooper too with that armor. That'll be really exciting. All right, you guys. Well, that's all I've got for you today. I want to thank you so much for watching. If you want to see more of Marvel Crisis Protocol, be sure to click subscribe. If you like the video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. I'm going to talk to you guys later. I want to thank you and my patrons also so much. Also, be sure to check out the merch in the links below. The Teespring shop has a lot of new face shields. Those gator necks are really, really awesome. So check those out and help support the channel. Thank you so much. And as always, have a great day.